Today I went river fishing, not for the standard river fish, chub or barbel, but for a big pike that I'd heard lurked around this stretch of river. At this point I'd never river fished before, so I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but all I knew is that I really wanted to catch this apparent monster. Let's go try and land this beast. See you there. So I'm out here today dead baiting this river right behind me for some big pike. Usually you'll see me on a canal dead baiting for these things in a marina or in the middle of nowhere on a canal. But today I've decided to switch it up and come to a river. And honestly, I'm going in blind. I do not have a clue how to do this. Obviously I know how to catch a pike and everything. I've done that all in the past. But for catching a pike on a river, I do not know how to. Obviously I've casted the two rods out earlier on already when I arrived. And they're just fastly flowing down the river because the river is fast flowing. So yeah, I'm going in blind, so this should be fun. Here we have the dead bait I'm using. It's a pretty disgusting dace, I think it is. It's a saltwater fish, so it's not native to the UK at all. Unless it is and I just don't know. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to hook that there with the barb on. That didn't work at all. Give me a second. There we go. That's not the best hook at all, but it should do. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cast this out. But the problem is here on the river, it just floats very, very fast. And that is not a good thing really when coming to river fishing, because, or at least I don't think it is anyway, because it just, there's my dead bait gone. Well, that was a great start off. I've lost my fish straight away. That was due to the way I hooked it. I was in a bit of a rush because I was on the camera, but I'll hook it off camera now so I can do it properly, and then I'll show you me casting it. I'm hooked onto the fish properly now. As you can see, that will be going nowhere. So let's get this casted out. I've put a small fish on, so it sort of like mimics a little roach in the river, and the pike will go for that. So here we go. Here goes nothing, and we are out. I've cast it into the margin there, because I don't want to go too far out because it's a lot less draggy here. Change of plan, I'm going to redo that cast now because that one got snagged on a twig, which is no good. So if I can remember to take the bail alarm off, I'll cast it. Here we go. Right over the other side this time. That's perfect. The swans out here are being an absolute nuisance. They keep flapping across the water, spooking the swim massively. Look at him over there, waiting to flap again. I'm going to show you what keeps happening. So I've cast it out, as you've already seen, over the other end, and then it comes down here and floats right the way to just there. Can you see my two floats? They keep floating to there. Obviously I know why it does it. There's lots of current in the water pulling it this way, but if there's any way to stop that, please let me know in the comments, because I'm clueless when it comes to river fishing. But for now I've come up with a solution. I'm just going to take one of the rods out of the water and fish with just one of them, and I'll keep casting it over there and letting it drift down, and then repeating that. That's that rod brought in now, and I'm just going to be fishing with my bigger carp rod with a dead bait on. I've brought the maggots with me as well, because I've brought my pole with me. And I'm going to get the pole set up in about 30 minutes or so. But for the time being, I'm just going to keep baiting up this area right in front of me to try and catch some little perch or roach or whatever may lurk in this river. I've found a spot just over there on the opposite side of the bank where the dead bait will just sit and not float away. So I'm going to get it casted out there now so I can have a sit down. And we'll get it out here right now. Basically, it's right ahead of me, underneath an overhanging tree, which is perfect for where a pike could potentially be. There we go. Oh my god, I nearly got snagged there, but thankfully I didn't. And there we go, it's just sat there. Just ahead, I found a nice little place where I can pitch the pole up. Know that the dead bait's sat still, I can cast this out. So there we go, just ahead of me. And I'll sit here and I'll wait for bites. Now it's just time to sit back, relax and watch the floats. As you can see behind me, just all down there, the river was more than likely flooded recently, and it's gone all behind me because it's frozen like an ice rink. People have just been on there skating, sort of. It's quite cool. I might do it a bit, but for now I'm just going to sit and watch the floats. They're just down there, and I'm hoping to get some. And that's a big indicator as to why I'm not catching as much this time of year, because it's just freezing. The rivers are flooding, the canals are flooding and freezing over. It's too hard. I've just took my eyes off the dead bait for about 2 minutes or so, and it's made its way in. I didn't think it would have, but as you can see, the float is just right there and the dead bait's floating on the surface for some reason. So I'm going to reel that in and cast it back out to that location. Got the rod here and I'm just bringing it in. Obviously it's not that far out, so should be easy. Now let's get it casted right back over that place. Overhanging tree, whatever you want to call it. Perfect. Put the bail arm on, and there we go. Perfect. The float seems to be going under. Yep, it is. It is. Get the rod, get the rod. Here we go, come on. I might have a pike on. Strike. It feels like something's on. Could just be the dead bait, I ain't too sure. No, it's, oh, damn. Nothing's on. That really got me excited then. I thought something was on. Damn, that could be my only opportunity to have caught a fish. If it was a fish anyway, and it did look like a bite. It went, obviously the float on the river, it seems to be like on the surface but underneath. This bite, it went right under. So that could be my only chance. Oh well, there's about an hour left of sunlight, so that gives me plenty of time to catch a fish. Surprisingly, it's getting dark quite fast, as you can see in the distance. The sun's setting a lot. Beautiful view from this peg though, it's a lovely evening. And to be honest, today the river is like perfect condition for pike. It's dark coloured, which makes them come out and feed for the roach and whatever they might be hunting in this river. So the water's dark, that's one thing. And two, the weather's perfect for it. It's cold, it's not icy, although it is over there, but not here. It's just amazing weather for it, and I'm just surprised I've not caught one. Honestly, it could just be the bait that I'm using. I'm using like saltwater fish as bait. I found a pack of pike bait in the shop basically, and I got it. It's not bad, I've caught pike on it before, but I think I'd rather use more native baits like a roach or a rudd. So, but I just can't seem to find them anywhere. So I think I'm just gonna have to start like my own army of roach to just use as live bait or something. It is properly iced out over here. Look at the floor, it's just crunchy. There's no water underneath it, so it's pretty fine. I think they're over there's water, but it's nice. I've just seen a few little fish jumping over there. Nothing massive, but like about 3 or 4 little roach. Could have been perch even, I'm not sure. But they're always just jumping over there in the river. I thought that's pretty cool, it's a sign of action at least. I'm running low on the dead bait, so I've got 2 of these left, and then in this pike pack here I've got like 2 little tiny, really small fish actually. I've got 2 of them left and 2 of them left, so I've got 4 dead baits left, which should definitely last me the rest of the session. I'll be bringing this rod in now because in a moment it'll be too dark for me to pack it away. Right, I've whipped out the beanie now because it's getting quite a bit cold for my liking, I'd say. Hopefully the pike don't mind the cold as much as I do. The sun behind me, it's coming down very fast. I'd say I've got about 40 minutes at most left of daylight. Not to worry though, because I'm going to be spending at least 45 minutes left on the bank, because I've brought my headlamp with me so I can come here in the dark if I wanted to. So I can stay as long as I want really. But yeah, 45 minutes at most I'll be spending here now, which is plenty of time to catch a fish, but it's if the fish will bite. I've been looking around trying to find little structures where the fish might hide. There doesn't seem to be many at all, except from over there. There's an overhanging bush and that's about it. So I'm not sure where the fish could be hiding. The big pike are most likely going to be in the middle at the very bottom or in some structure which I'm casted out to, and there's still no pike. And the little fish, they could just be hidden anywhere. I'm about to have a massive cast here. I'm just bringing the dead bait rod in. It's floated a bit down that way, which I don't really want it down there. I want it more up this way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast it a long way down here. Try and get a very far cast. Flick the bail arm off. I actually remembered this time. And you ready for this? That is perfect. I'm snagged in a tree. This ain't no good. I'm snagged in a tree now, so I've got to figure out how to get it off. I'm pretty sure I casted a bit too far. I can just see the dead bait. I don't want it to hook into the tree, so I'm just going to quickly yank on that. And no, it hooked to the tree. I'm just going to have to do some random movements like yanking the rod. I could even try and pull it back, but there's not enough tension at the minute for that. Give it a few twists. Come on. It's going. I can see it. No, I need to put the drag off. This isn't working. Well, something happened and I heard a big loud snap. Chances are I'm snapped off now. Well, this rod is now pretty much useless. It's completely tangled, the line is, and then the float and the hooks have gone. So that is pointless. But to be honest, it couldn't have happened at a better time, because I was thinking about packing up. When I said it was 40 minutes left, It's been about 30 of those 40 minutes. So basically I was going to spend another 15-20 minutes, but now I can't. You may be thinking, Wilf, you've got your other rod, but I'm not going to bother setting all that up for 20 minutes. If it was another hour or two, I would have set it up, but I'm not going to bother for 20 minutes, and then it'll get dark anyway, so I'll have to pack it up in the dark. So sadly, this is my river session coming to an end. Now obviously I'm going to be coming back to this river at some point in the near future. Maybe in the summertime or spring. I'll come in the spring at some point. I like the idea of river fishing. But for now, I'm going to get the rods just packed up. I say rods, just the one rod. I'm just going to fold it in half and put the bands around it so it's ready to be transported home. Right, this rod can now go with the other two down here. That's all my stuff packed up. So next time I come river fishing, I'm just going to come for the chub and the barbel, but I'm waiting for those more warmer months to come, because at this time of year you can catch them, but they're just harder to catch. Same with every fish. So I'm just going to wait for the summer months, and then I'm going to come river fishing for chub and barbel. But for the pike, honestly, I think I'm just going to stick to the canals. They're a lot better for the pike, I believe anyway. You guys might have experienced different, but I've only ever caught them in canals, so I'm just going to stick with that. That's until next winter time anyway, when I do end up coming pike fishing again, and I'll come for the pike in this river, or a different river. But it was a lovely day out, nice little peg as well, lovely peg on the river. And it was just nice river fishing for the first time in a long time. But I'm sorry to say, that river right there has done me no good today. With that all said, I'm going to wrap the video up right here. If you enjoyed watching today's adventure, please smash the thumbs up button down below and subscribe to my channel whilst you're down there, and also turn the post notifications on once you've done that so you never miss another one of my uploads in the future. I've got some bangers lined up in my head for you guys, and I'm going to be catching some cool fish this year, I promise you. With that all said, I'll see you all in the next one, so peace for now.